On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I will be sharing with you a little boneless beef stew. But I want to pause here to say special thanks to my patrons. Also, I want to say welcome and thanks to the new people coming onto the Jamaican Cooking Journey page. And of course, those who are there with me from the beginning, manners and respect. And we can't forget our post notification shout outs that goes right above my head, always up there. So today we are going to be making a little boneless beef stew. Now I have here 3 sort of thick slices of steak. Yes, and they are about 3/4 of an inch thick. I have not removed everything. I leave a little of these. We want to leave a little, fat, these. You leave them to keep the meat moist. Now right here I have this little gadget here. 3 slices of this, and we have been doing this. This is like a tenderizer. So I'm going to show you how we do this. Now if you'd like to try this, there are bigger ones there. They are on my Amazon storefront. You can go check it out. No, they're not pricey. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to be doing this little boneless stew steak. Okay, boneless beef stew. Okay, all right. So what you want to do, you want to cut it thick because this is how it operates. I gotta be careful. This is what is going. These goes down into the meat to tenderize it, and we have been doing this ahead, and you can see how it looks tender. So you want to put it right there. You gotta get it all thawed. These were washed ahead of time, and I removed them from the refrigerator. So you just want to go, and you see the impression in there. Okay, so you do it like that, and it goes straight down to the core. See that? Goes right down, tenderizes it. Yeah, and the more you do it, the more tender you get it. So you go, yeah. Anyway you want to go, if you want to do that, yeah, it tenderizes it. So as it tenderizes it, it becomes, more wider, feels softer too. So we are going to be doing the next, or we are going to be moving on to the next step. So this is really tender right now. What I'm doing is cutting them in cubes. So before I get to the cubes, I want to cut it like this. I want to have them in little cubes. So you want to make it like this. Definitely this is what you're looking for, all tender, all nice. We're going to be cutting it, and you get the drill. Oh, me I go do it. So let me do this piece. Let me do another piece, and I'll show you. So this is how we want to get it. Because we need another long cooking, And you have to select too a nice light pink steak. Remember, I always tell you, with a pork, you see the knife going through it, it's almost you see that? Yeah. So this is how we want to get it. Nice little, you see? So I'm going to be doing these now, and return you. I've already gotten this drill. All done. And this is how it looks. These nice little cubes. That's how we want them. If you want more, you gotta do more. So I'm gonna be doing a little pre-seasoning right here on my board. I'm using grated garlic for this. Okay, I'm putting 5 pegs. You know I love garlic. A little salt to taste, because I'm gonna be making a little marinade, and I think it's some of those stuff as just about a teaspoon of oil of your choice, and I'm gonna be rubbing it up with my bare hands right now. And this feels so nice. It feels so juicy. So we are gonna get our garlic all marinating, because these grated garlic, it does help with extra tenderizing too. You see that? You see that look already? You want to have a Ziploc or mixed in. So we're gonna put it in a Ziploc. You could put it in a container too, but the Ziploc is gonna work better for us. Gonna get my board removed and wash my hands. On to the next step. I'm gonna be putting about a tablespoon of brown sugar. I'm gonna be using a little of this teriyaki. Let me shake it a bit. It's thick, but I'm gonna be putting probably about a tablespoon in this too, of this too. So I think that's good. Some mustard. If you want to use Dijon, this is not Dijon. This is the one that I have, and I don't want to put too much because I don't want it getting too much of a mustard flavor. I'm gonna put about a little less than a tablespoon of this balsamic vinegar. You could use malt vinegar, and if you have a nice rice wine vinegar, you could do it. There are so many flavored vinegars that you could use. I'm gonna put a little of this in there. Make sure your bag is not leaking. Some tomato sauce, and I'm gonna put not all of this in there. I don't think I ever put in all of this. So of course you'll close your Ziploc now, and we're gonna start this. The hair out, the hair out. We have some ear trapped in it. So, alright. I'm gonna do some marinating in the bag. And you see, we're gonna mix in everything. This is almost like it's so soft already, fam. I think we might put a little, I might just put a little bit of a Worcestershire sauce, or a little soy sauce. So yes, I did add a little soy sauce. I didn't use the Worcestershire, so I'm getting it all mushed in, all evened in. I'm trying to get the, what's this thing, the mustard. It's so, let me tell you, fam, let me tell you, it is so gelled in. And let me tell you, wow, look at this, look at this. So all done. And I'm gonna let her hair out, fold her back. We're gonna leave it on a plate, and you want to, where this thing is at? Okay, wanna leave it like this, whether in a covered container. I'll leave it just like this, 2 hours or 2.5 hours, 2 hours in my refrigerator. Take it out for half an hour, let it come back to room temperature, and then we'll proceed to do this nice boneless beef stew. This is a different method of making stew beef I'm sharing with you. Also, you could let this be done and left in your refrigerator overnight. Next clip. Okay, right back at you, and we have our meat. You see that, all tenderized, all marinated. You can see it going down in there very carefully. I'm not on too much of an eye eat. You see that color that we have going down in there, and I can tell you, just as pretty as you see the color, the flavor is there with this stew. It's gonna be a bomb stew. The thing about it is, the niceness about it is, we ain't gonna be cooking this for long, because this is so tender, so juicy. And I love that. Yeah. We got it going on. Let's get our flame back up. You know what, let's none of that juice here. This nice marinated sauce that it was marinated in, and we get out every last bit of it. So this is what it looks like. We're gonna be cooking it on a very like a little above low. We're gonna start it off with this. Very tender, very juicy, nice color. And of course we're doing it in our cast iron enamel, where you know say all of them extra steam trap. So that's where we're gonna leave it right now. We'll be coming every now and then, every 3 minutes, to turn it around. We're not gonna need much of a liquid. So you know stew beef goes with a little condiment. So I'm gonna be prepping some onions. Of course, some of them look a workless potato here, but you know we always make them work. We peel them off. We are Jamaican. We're gonna use some of this bell pepper and some of this, almost probably about 3/4 of this. Cause I wanna know I'm gonna deal with too much of the bell pepper, but when it comes to beef, I think it condiments beef so well. Onion and all of that. I'm gonna be, you know, prepping these, and I know you know how to prep your stuff. So when you see me next, we will see where that is, and I have these all ready, and then we are gonna be putting our stew finally together. Okay, now so you see we have it on the slow cook. You see that? Okay, so I did not, if you notice, I did not put any form of powdery seasoning. So I'm using right here about a teaspoon or less of nutmeg mace grounded with some pimento powder. That's definitely what I'm using in here. And at this point, it's all coming down to the wire. I'm gonna add my potatoes and some carrots, because you know these take a pretty long time. Not a really pretty long time, but they take a little time. So I'm putting them down in there, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And I have to this minute I've not added any liquid, no water, no anything. So I'll catch you. Okay, now fam, so you see how our thing is simmering down. You see them potatoes, they're not fully cooked though. So at this point I want to add my little onions and my bell peppers. All right, after adding that, I want to just give it a nice little stir. You can sprinkle a little black pepper if you so desire here, or a little red pepper flakes. Red pepper flakes would be really good. Turn it up a notch. And look here, remember, this is here our stock from the last video I showed you. You see the color? So I'm gonna put, maybe, I don't think I'll need all, so I've vamped my flame back up a bit. I've moved it up from the slow cooking. Gonna put in here my little green pepper, and of course I have a little tomato sauce leaving, and I'll just put it in there. You know, I've tasted, my salt perfection is on point. And if you have some rosemary, I think I might just add a little piece of dry thyme, and I'm gonna proceed to let it come right down. As it starts boiling, I'll just come right and just lower back the flame. Look at that. Give them a shot, hold. That. So we're gonna cover, and as it starts coming up back to a boil, we're gonna lower. So okay fam, I did put a leaf of French thyme. You know that broadleaf thyme, some people call it all kind of name, but it had this thyme flavor. So I'm removing it, and I did put also a small piece of dried, our regular thyme. Yeah, so I'm removing it as it is. And can I tell you something? The flavor inside not my kitchen, my old house. Look at this. You see this? Look at that. Can get out the next piece of thyme. Also, our pepper is ready to come out. You can put your bay leaf and all of that. We are not a big user of bay leaves. Well, I don't know if things are happening different now, because not back in the days I didn't even know bay leaf. You know, we are not a big user of bay leaf in Jamaica, to what I know. But look here, time change, so I don't know. So look at this, our gravy is coming down. You see this? Yeah, you don't want it thick, you know. So look at me here now. I'm just gonna turn my flame off. My potatoes are cooked. Me now fi ask, so no. See them, my potato then cook. You don't want to get them all mashed. They have broken down, and you want this thing to have some gravy. It's a stew beef. It is stew beef. So we're gonna leave it and let it just, you know, rest a bit, and then we're gonna come back. You see those peppers showing up, the potatoes, your carrot, every little thing. You see the color that this thing gave our carrots. These are our carrots, you know. These are our carrots, yes. No, where are our carrots? Yes, these are our carrots. Carrot them come down small. Yeah, look at this gravy. I'll plate up some for you right now. So from my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your palate, and most of all to your stomach, it is a boneless beef stew. We did it in a different way. Please do enjoy. Now, on a midweek, on a weekend, when you're having guests over, this is the perfect setting. Just do it, put it up in your bowl. If it's more, you get a bigger bowl. You have your serving spoon, put your nice little cutie pot of rice, your mashed potato, whatever on the table. Everybody can serve themselves. I showed you this can be done ahead of time. It can be prepped. Thanks for loving, thanks for supporting. I'll catch you again with another video.